Hello everyone. Last time or last session we were talking about Excel, Excel course. We have we went through some topics like, for example, the course objectives and the prerequisites for the course, terminologies, and the data entry part. We stopped at the data entry part. We will start today, inshallah, in the advanced formatting part. Let's recap quickly last time's points. We talked about Excel and spreadsheets, because Excel is one of spreadsheets programs. So spreadsheets is the category that Excel belongs to. We talked about Excel objects, meaning that all these small rectangles are called cells. If I highlight few of them like this is called range. Inside each one of these cells I can find some data. For example, I can see some values, formulas, formatting, comments, and validations, like this. Here, this is an absolute value, a number. This is data, text, just text. This is formula. This tiny triangle, red triangle here, is referring to a comment. When I hover over this cell, I can see it appears. When I hover back, it disappears. This is validation. That means this cell you can type only an integer between 1 and 9. I have set some condition on this cell, so it doesn't accept any value, just an integer between 1 and 9. If I try to hit 10, now it will not accept. This cell contains some formatting, red text with yellow background, and a solid black border, and so on. So these are examples for content of the cells. This is definition for spreadsheet, and these are some examples for applications giving same service as Excel. Also, we talked about some data entry techniques like autofill, fill series, autocomplete. That means when I go to Excel and type anything, like for example A, B, and C, like this, any word, and try to pull this cell from its handle, and that is the tiny square at the very lower right corner here. When I try to drag it, now I'm using the autofill technique or methodology for filling the rest of these cells as desired. When I type something known for Excel, like for example, let me delete. If I type something like a day, a name of a day, for example, Monday, like this, or Monday, whatever. Now if I try to grab this handle and pull like this, Excel is smart enough to understand that Monday is known name uh, by Excel algorithms, and Excel knows that Monday is one of the weekdays, and what can come after Monday and what's before Monday. So if I choose Monday and pull up like this, it will go Sunday and Saturday. If I go down, it will come to Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. And when I uh, point my mouse to the latest or the last cell here and type any letter which is found as first letter here, like the letter W for example, Excel will understand automatically that I mean Wednesday, because no other words begin with Wednesday. And if I hit enter, I will accept it. But if I try to type something like a letter S for example, nothing will happen until I become more clear. Do I need Saturday, Sunday, or what, which word? So if I hit A, it will understand I mean Saturday, so it will auto complete this word for me. Okay. Pick from a drop down list and control enter. That means also when I come in the ending of this column, when I push Alt plus down arrow, I can see a list of unique values of whatever typed as you see. I refer to this cell, the G17, and hit Alt plus enter. So now I can see this list of unique values of what is written here. When I can choose from this list. Let's do it again. Come to an empty cell, hit Alt plus down arrow. Now I can choose from this list as I wish. Control enter, that means, let me delete these. Control enter means like this one we have discussed last time. I can highlight a range, type whatever I want, ABC, then push control, then enter. Now all the highlighted range will get the same content as this cell. This content might be an absolute value like a name, ABC, words, letters, numbers, even equations. And if I type equation, as we will see soon when we come to the equation part, the equation will smartly move as these cells move to cope with other cells. يعني that means if I'm multiplying two cells here, when I move to this one, the equation also will move from these two cells to the next two cells, and so on. We will understand this more when we discuss the part, the equation part. Okay. Also, we have discussed the custom list. That means Sunday, Monday is known for Excel because it is predefined by the programmers or by Microsoft as a custom list, like what we can see here. We can go to options, Excel options from file menu, then we can choose advanced, then we go to the general part, and then we can choose edit custom list. From edit custom list we can see this predefined lists, and we can type in here the data that we wish to add as a list. For example, list of branches or list of states or whatever. We can add this list here to be saved inside Excel and can be used any time I use Excel. As quickly, here is a custom list, and this was a list for the 50 states of the United States. I can either type them, see, here is the list of the states of the United States. These are the 50 states here. I can either write them on any Excel sheet like this and import them inside here using this import part, or I can manually type them one by one in this list and choose add to add them to the custom list. Let's have a quick example here. File, options, advanced, go down, general, edit custom list here. Now, as I am already highlighting this range, it detected that it is coming from B3. This is B3, Alabama here, all through B52. If we can go there, here is B52. Now I can hit import to see it imported in here and then added to the custom list in here. When I hit OK now, OK again, now I can choose whatever state I need, paste it in here. When I drag like this, I can see all the next states coming in sequence. If I drag to top, all the preceding states are coming in sequence as well. Also, we finalized our session by talking about space special, and we have discussed this part that we can copy and then paste the full cell by choosing all. This is the default, or we can paste only a special part of this cell, like for example formulas only, values only, and so on. Also, we have some other combinations like formulas and number format, values and number format. We can have some special options like column width. That means I need these cells to be copied with the same width in the destination cells. Also, we have discussed this operation part, and we said that we can copy some cells, and while pasting them we can do also an arithmetic operation like multiplication or division. So I can multiply my sales by a factor or multiple factors. We have discussed as well skip blanks. That means when we paste a range of values, we skip these blank cells and leave whatever content found in these positions. And transpose, that means we can copy a column and paste it as a row. Okay. And by this point we have ended our last session. Now let's start our new session by advanced formatting options. Actually, format, as we have discussed last session, in Excel we have color for the cell itself or the data. We have color for the background. We have borders and so on. If you look to this small window, you can see here number formatting. We will talk about shortly. We have alignment. That means that the content of the cell is it aligned right, left, top, bottom. We have font formatting. That means we can choose the font that we use to write our text. We have borders. This is the borders for the cell. We have the filling or the background color and so on. Let's see them in Excel. Let's go to Excel. Here in Excel, as you can see, we have many ribbons or tabs at the very top of Excel application. Um, let's have a quick example here. This cell, as you can see, it looks nice. It has a background gradient and upper and lower borders. The lower border is doubled, as you can see, with a dark blue text inside it, like this. Okay. If we try to type anything else just without doing any format, it should look like this one. Okay. Okay. Type. Let's know how can we do such thing. How can we format our table to look nice? Uh, let's have a small example. Let's see, for example, a real example. This is a data file, CSV file. Let me open it. See, this is an example for a table. Most of cases you will see it like this. But the question is how to turn this into a nice looking table. Let's see how to turn this into this. This looks little better. It has many advantages. For example, the date looks nice, but the other one it looks like this. This has no colors, no font, no nothing. This one has many of these features. It looks nice, it looks better. We can change, of course, the colors and font size, font color as you wish. So how can we do this? How to turn something like this, normal data that you can see every day, and into something looks like this one. A little better with some colors, background color, font color, font size, and so on. How can we do this? Let's see. I have small and simpler example like this one. It's only a single text with format. Let's see how can we turn a normal cell like this one into a colorful cell like this one. Okay. we need to know a very helpful shortcut which switches us quickly to format cells window. This shortcut is Control plus number 1. Control plus 1. Control 1. Control 1 moves me to this window, format cells. We can also get it by right clicking the desired cell or range like this and choose format cells. Same window. Also, we can get it from these ribbons. You can see here the home tab here has some sections like clipboard, like font, like alignment, and so on. Each one of these is specialized in certain functionality, and some of these sections contains this small square with this small arrow, like this one, like that one. See, that means you can push them or you can click on them to get something related to this functionality. Okay, so if I click on this one, I will go directly to this format cells and in particular to font tab inside it. But if I come to the alignment section and push this square like this, I will move to alignment tab or section here, and so on. This one brings us to number. The shortcut for this is Control plus 1, as I have mentioned, but Control plus 1 just opens format cells. It doesn't select a particular tab. Whatever tab we were in last time, it will appear this time. So there are 3 times that we can show format cells. The first one is right click, choose format cells. The second one is to click on this corner in here, but this one will open format cells and will redirect you to a particular tab. Or the third option is to push Control plus 1 like this. Okay, right. What can we find in format cells? We can find here anything related to formatting these cells. Formatting means to change the background color, to change foreground color, to change size, font, face, make it underline, bold, italic, align it to right, left, do whatever you wish. So here we have 6 tabs. We will not discuss protection for the time being. We will ignore it for now. We will discuss these 5 tabs and see almost every option inside any one of them. So the filling tab, which is called fill, is specialized on how to change the background for the cell. For example, the color or gradient, like in this case, or even pattern. You can see some pattern. It's not applied here, but I will show it to you shortly. Borders, this one handles the outside borders around the cell. For example, you can see single line at the top and double line at the bottom. I will cancel, click outside. See, it is only single at the top, double at the bottom. Let me hit it again, Control plus 1. and go to font. Font is responsible for the text inside the cell, not the background, not the borders, but the text itself inside the cell. How, يعني what is the color for this cell? What is the font size? Is it underlined? Is it bold? And so on. So alignment is responsible mainly on how this text is displayed. Is it on center like this, or aligned to right, to left, to top, to bottom? How can I, يعني how do I want to display it? Numbers is specialized in how this text looks like. As long as this is a pure text like these letters, T, E, X, C, these are just letters, so nothing confusing in it. But when it comes to date, times, numbers, currencies, accounting, and so these are all considered as numbers to Excel. Excel stores date and time as numbers as well. So you need to understand that sometimes you can see a date, but it looks like a number, a serial number. So you need to convert it or ask Excel to show it in a date format. Okay. We will see these examples one by one. Let's start with the first one, which is the filling. How to change the background color, foreground color, and pattern of a cell. Let's have a new sheet like this. Let's choose this cell, type any text like this. Okay. Let's first start by resizing this cell to be a little bit bigger. I can do so by getting the mouse between the two columns like this. As we mentioned before, the shape of the mouse tells you that you can now do something else. So if I move my pointer between the two columns, I can see it looks different. So that means I can do something different right now. This cursor or this pointer represent resizing option. So if I keep pushing my left mouse key and try to pull, see the width of the column is changing, 15, 16, 17, and so on. The same can be done here. After the 5 and before the 6, I just point my mouse, push and drag like this. So it looks bigger now. Let's align it quickly from here. These are left, center, right, bottom, middle, top. So I will choose both middle and center. So it is centered like this. I can choose the font face. I can choose the size. I can choose if it is bold or not. Now I can change the background color either by clicking this small triangle to open these colors, or if I just need the yellow color, I can hit the bucket like this. For the colors, same, or I can change to whatever color I want. Okay, طيب. Let's see more options about the color filling. I will hit any one of these, or I can use the shortcut of Control and 1. Let's choose anyone like this one. Then I will go to fill. Now I can see my choices related to filling is reflected here. So the background, I can see it is yellow because I am choosing a yellow cell. I can change the colors from here if I wish, or I can choose an effect like this one. This effect gives us the ability to use gradients like these, from light blue to white, from white to light blue, from white to white through light blue, and so on and so forth. You can change these options from here. This is horizontal like this. If I choose vertical, it will be like so. Diagonal, diagonal, from center, sorry, from corner, and this from center. So these are variety of using gradient like this. If I don't like these colors, white and light blue, I can change them from here. Let's say I need this and that. Any two colors. I know the colors are awful, but just we need just to show the function of them. Let's see something like this. Okay. So I can change the colors from here, and I can change the gradient direction from down there. If I choose OK, if I choose another OK, it will apply here like so. Okay. Chocolate button. Okay. Let's go again. Fill type. What if I don't like any of these preset colors and I need a specific color, maybe which complies with my company's logo, or maybe I don't like any of these grade of colors, so I need a specific grade. So I can choose here more colors. From more colors, I can see, as it says, more colors. I can see many, many, many more colors. And if I need more, I can go to custom from here, and then I can see the infinite amount of colors, over 16 million color grade. You can choose whatever you like, and you can choose how dark or light this color can be. Okay, these colors can be 255 multiplied by 255 multiplied by 255. So they can be over 60 million color. See, these are the amount of colors grades that we can choose from. Of course, our eyes cannot distinguish all these 16 million grades. That means if I do something like this, okay, you can see it looks different. But if I do something like this, your eye can never detect the difference between this color and that color. Okay, see, these both are here. This is the new and this is the old one. Only when this value get changed a lot, I can see some difference. But if I change it by 1 or 2 or 3, I can see no difference at all. Okay, let's cancel. Type. What is the pattern? The pattern is a style like this. One of these can be applied as a background for this cell. For example, I can choose any one like this one. Choose the color instead of black. I can choose, let's say, whatever, green, and hit OK. So the background becomes like this. Also, I can combine between pattern color and background color. That means I can choose a very light green with a green lines like this. So it looks like so. Background is light green and vertical lines in front of these backgrounds, and a text over all this. So this is a light green as background with vertical lines of green overlaid with text in black like this. Okay, so this is the filling tab in Excel. Okay, the next tab is called border, and this one is responsible for assigning a border line for any of these sites. Let's see what are the different options that we have here. Here we can choose the style of the line, the color of the line, and where do I need to apply it, either for the topmost line or the bottommost or left or right or diagonal in this way or diagonal in that way. Okay, these two buttons means all horizontal lines between cells, and this one all vertical lines between cells, and these are dimmed like now because I am choosing only one cell, so there are no um, lines inside, neither vertical nor horizontal. Let me choose more cells to see how it should look like. Let me cancel this one. Let's add a new sheet. Choose multiple cells or an area like this. Hit Ctrl+1. Now we can choose this thin continuous line and apply it for all horizontal lines. That means it will not affect the very top nor the very bottom, but it will affect all intermediate horizontal lines like all these. Let's try it. See, all of them are affected. Let's undo it. You can use Control and Z, or we can choose from here undo. And of course, for this small menu, If I open it, I can see all the steps that I have done. I can move down to undo 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, whatever uh, steps that I have made. For example, I can do a couple of steps backward, 3, 4, whatever, as you can see at the very bottom. Now I can do 10 actions at once. Okay, so if I need just to undo the last step, I can choose it, or simply I can choose the button itself without opening the menu like this. Or I can use a shortcut key, which is Control and Z. Let's do it. Undo. Let's do it again. Control plus 1. Let me choose this one for all horizontal and vertical lines, and we'll choose this thick line for all outside 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and hit OK. See, all the inside cells has this thin lines between, either horizontally or vertically, but for the full range I had thick line for top, bottom, right and left. Let me undo it again and see a faster way to do it. As you know, this course is all about how to be more efficient, how to use your time more efficiently. So we don't need to hit all these buttons to apply our task. We can simply choose the thin line and hit this button inside, and this will activate both horizontal and vertical lines. Then I can choose the thick line and hit outline, and this will activate these 4: top, bottom, left and right. Then I can hit OK. So now we have shortened our steps, maybe more than half. We will choose only one step for the line, the second step to choose inside, one step for the thick line, second step for the outline option. This, instead of choosing the thin line, this is first step. Second, we'll choose horizontal. Third, we'll choose vertical. Then we will choose the thick line, and we'll do extra 4 steps for top, bottom, right and left. So we have shortened our task and used our time more efficient by using these shortcuts. Let me choose OK and see this line. Let me do another undo, and let me show you something else. I will do exactly the same. I will do this one, that one, and then I will choose the color for the borders. Let's choose anything. See, all colors have been chosen. Let's hit OK and see what will happen. Wow, nothing happened. Why? This is because we have chosen the color after applying the lines to the selected area. So we cannot use this one and apply the outline, then choose color, because in this case what comes next will take this effect. Now I can, for example, choose the outline again. So the outline only will be blue, but the inside lines will remain black as is, as you can see. I don't know if the color is appearing or not. I will choose it again. Control plus 1 again. Let me choose red because it will appear as, yeah. Okay. See, so I must choose the color of the borders before applying them to the area that I want. That's it for borders. Um, no complications found in here. Okay, let's go to the next tab, which is font. Now I have typed few headers to these columns or these cells that we made in the previous section. I have added these headers now, but these headers actually doesn't look nice. So I need them to look a little better. Let's, for example, change. Okay, first of all, I need to choose these cells, then go to font, hit this button. We can use, of course, the shortcut appearing on the screen right now, which is Control Shift and F to directly go to font settings, or we can hit Control plus F1 to go to format cells, and then we can choose font if it is not already chosen. I will hit this option. It will take me directly to font. Here I can change how the font look like. I'll choose whatever. This font, whenever I choose it like this, I will have a sample down here. It will reflect this change. Then I can choose a bold. Also, you can see it in the sample. It is bold now. This is regular. This is bold. I can choose the font size from here. I can choose the color like this. I can choose if it is underlined or not, and if this line is single or double underline like so. I will use it as none. Also, we have here some options. Yani this one is called strike through. That means it will have a line over the word itself. Superscript and subscript, this will raise it up or lower it down. I believe we will not use any of these options. Only I have chosen the font, bold, size, and color. And now I can see it right now. I will hit OK to see it, how it looks. Not bad. I will highlight all these columns and move my mouse between any of them and see it is referring to resize. I will hit my mouse, drag. Wow, all of them are resized at once. No need to resize one by one. Okay, now we need to change the background. So I need to choose all of them. Click whatever. Go to which one? Font, border, or fill. I need to go to fill and change the background color and hit OK. Also, I can come to alignment section and choose horizontal and then center and hit OK. This is exactly same as choosing center from here. Okay. Also, I need to add a thick red line at the bottom of the header area. So I will choose the header area go for any of these squares, go to borders, we'll see the rightmost and leftmost and topmost are red. The bottom is not red, so I need to choose the color. If I need to change it, I need to choose the thickness or the shape or the style for the line. If I need to change it, then I need to change the bottommost line by pressing this button. Then okay. Now this is how it looks like. Okay. Okay. Sometimes actually we need to show these words not horizontally like this, but maybe vertically, like so. If I have something, I need to narrow it. I don't need all this space. For example, for quantity, maybe you have bought couple of this item, so there is no need to add extra space. For other things, maybe name, date, doesn't need to be vertical. Maybe a normal will be okay with them. Total will be okay with them. Okay, if I need to repeat it, I may use a shortcut is F4 to repeat what I have done last time. Unit price, maybe it's a little big, so I want to make it like this. Serial and quantity, I want them to be thin as much as possible to save space. If this is a very big table, I can save space by using this. So here I can choose 1, 2, and then I can choose them, drag till the end. It will repeat. But now I have an unpleasant surprise, which is I have lost my formats. Why? Because as you see, when I'm doing this filling, I'm copying the cells formats as well. So these two cells which I have copied have a very bottom line is thin and black. So this was copied here as well. So what can I do to keep my original format? I can see here something called a smart tag. This smart tags appears when Excel wants to tell me something I have done, but maybe I mean something else. So Excel is smart enough to guess this. So in this case, Excel guesses that I have copied these cells or replicated the sequence to the bottom cells, but I have also taken the formats. So maybe I don't want to grab the format along with me. So I need to hit this smart tag and see the available options here. So I can see copy cells. That means it will copy 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Fill series, same as what have happened here. Fill formatting only. That means take the format and leave the text inside. But what I need here is fill without formatting. That means I need to fill it, but I need to leave the format as is. This is what I need. See, the red line is returned back. Okay, so in this case, I need very narrow column for serial, very narrow column for quantity, but for name, maybe I need to widen it like this. Date, maybe I can use more space. Unit price, I can maybe make it less like this. And total is okay with me, maybe a little less. Okay. But now unit price is not appearing as full word. Maybe if it is little shorter, maybe it is unreadable right now. So is there any other option that allows me to see what's inside when I narrow the column? Yes, of course we can. Let me choose these areas and go to alignment again. We have seen this is horizontal alignment, like uh, left, right, and so. This is vertical alignment, and this is how to orient your text, maybe vertical, maybe horizontal, maybe with an angle, 45 degrees angle or so. I can type the angle here. We will try it, or we will test it separately now. But what I want to discuss here is these three options. These three options controls the situation when the text inside your cell gets bigger than the cell itself. Same like unit price here. Unit price, the characters are wider than the cell itself. So what can we do to solve this problem? We have actually three options in here. First one is wrap text. That means it will uh, add this text to multiple lines to solve this problem. Let me try it. Wrap, then okay. Wow, this is what happens. It takes the first word on line and the second word on another line. Okay, I can choose something else. Let me uncheck this one because this one contradicts with the second one. I cannot choose both of them at the same time. So let me uncheck it. Shrink to fit. What does this do? Oh, what happened? It has changed the size of the words or the text inside the cell to fit inside the cell. Okay, so text size is automatically changed to fit inside the cell. Let's go again. So we have seen wrap text and shrink to fit. What is the third option? Merge cells. This will work only if I choose more than one cell and want the text inside one cell to uh, be floating for both cells. For example, if I go to these two cells and type something in here, when I go for the format cells options and choose merge cells, you will see both cells will be or will become one cell like this, and the data will be over both columns downwards. Okay. Let me undo it. Another undo. Okay, that's it. Okay. Also, I want to try with you this degree option. I want unit price not to be horizontal and not to be vertical. I want it to take an angle, let's say 45 degrees. I can choose specifically the degree from here if it's not accurate enough from the graphical part. I can increase, let's make it 46 or 47 instead of 45. I can do it from here. Then okay. See, this what happens just to align it uh, properly from the point of view of Excel as diagonal degree or 45 degree. Okay. Of course, as you can see, because it's only one cell, it looks distorted like this. But if I choose all the cells and come from here and choose 45 degrees, it will be a little distorted, as you will see right now. Now it is. See, it looks little distorted and or coming outside the cell like so, but it is 45 degrees. Okay. Okay, so that's it. That's it with alignment options. Okay. Um, Let me try something with you here. This is an extra step. Let me just grab these two cells, hit Control, grab these two cells while I'm still pushing Control. These two cells, I'm still with Control, with Control, with Control. All this time I'm hitting Control. Now I will leave my button. Maybe you can hear it. Now I left it. Now I will merge all these two cells. This one with the upper one, like this. I don't need shrink to fit, but I need merge. That means I will merge serial with the upper one, name with the upper one, date with the upper one, and so on. I will do OK. So both these cells are merged, 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 and so on. Now let me go here and choose 45 degrees again and hit OK. Wow. Now it is 45 degrees and not distorted at all. Only the data inside has this angle without distortion. It's your call actually. If you like it with distortion, be my guest. If you don't like it with distortion, be my guest as well. You have now learned the trick how to make it straight like this by merging these two rows or two cells, sorry, two cells together. Then I can apply the option of the 45 degrees. Okay, if I didn't merge these cells, it will squeeze the headers to the right, as you have seen. Okay guys, this is that's it يعني for the alignment. Let's move to the last one, which is the numbers tab. In the numbers section, let us have a realistic example. Let's see this file. This file actually is a realistic example, يعني examples that we may see on our life every day. Whenever we extract data from a system or we receive data from somebody, we receive it looks like this one. Let's see how to apply the number format. Also, we will combine all other formats with the number format to this file to have at the end another file which looks little nicer, like for example this one. Let's see how to turn this plain text into formatted text. First of all, let's open the number from here. It contains this category list and a sample in front of it. That means whenever we are selecting something, like for example this cell, it will grab the content of this cell in here like this, and will show us if we change from general to number to currency, how this cell or this content will look like. For example, let's get this period number. It looks like this, same as we can see here, same as what we can see here, all same. But if we convert it into date, because I know that this is date, it will look something like this. March 17, 2001. Okay. Maybe you got surprised or maybe shocked how this number is converted into this date. It was unreadable. Now, when I just asked Excel to convert it or to show as its real content or real format, it showed us the format that we can understand easily. Actually, Excel saves uh, date and time as a serial number. That means starting from one particular point of the time, it starts with day 1, then the next day is day 2, and so on and so forth. That means we have 36,000 days, 967 from this particular date till now, okay, or till today. And time is stored in a similar way, but as a fraction of the number. That means if we get a decimal point in here and another serial, this serial will indicate which second we are at now in the day, okay, or this transaction happened in that particular day. Okay, so Excel stores date and time as numbers, and if Excel doesn't know that this is a date, it will show it to you like this as a number. It's real saving format. But if you know that this is a date or this is a time, you can change or ask Excel to change the look of this value for you. Okay? Okay, type. So I will cancel. Then I will select every single cell in this column. Let's try to learn a new shortcut, which is Control, Shift, and arrow key. Actually, Control plus an arrow key moves us to the next stop. For example, if I come here, this is right arrow, I will hit Control. While pressing Control, I will hit only once the down arrow key. Listen. This is the next stop. That means this is till the end of the data that I have in this direction, which is down. Let me repeat it again. Control plus down. Sorry. Let me repeat it again. Control plus down. This is the next station. This is our next stop. The next data in the same direction. And so on. If I continue, control down, the next stop. Control down, the next stop, and so on. So if this is a continuous data like the column before, I will use the mouse to make you follow up. Let me come here. I will do the same option. I will do control plus down. It should drive me to the last cell in this area or in this direction or in this column. Okay, type. What if I use shift? Let's choose this one. Use shift and arrow keys. Shift and down, for example. It moves only one. I hope you can hear the clicks of my keyboard. Shift plus arrow keys highlights or selects the upcoming cell in this direction. If I move to the right while hitting shift, right, 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 left, 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 down, down, up, up, up. See? So shift selects cells. Control moves us to the next stop instead of moving cell by cell like this. Choose control plus down to get to the end at once. Okay, let's combine these two together. I will choose control plus shift, so I will press them both together. Control, shift, sorry, let's do it again. Control, shift, both are down right now, and I will keep them down until I hit that down arrow key. Here it is. Wow, that's how I select the entire column or from my position until the end. I use control plus shift plus arrow key to the direction that I wish to select. Okay, so I have selected the full column. As you can see, I'm moving up with my mouse. Okay, I have selected the entire data range that I want. I could have, of course, get my cursor to the letter B or A or C or whatever and click it to select the entire column, but in this case it will select the header as well. I don't want to select header, I just want to select starting from this point, which is B2. So I selected B2, then Control Shift plus down. Let's do it again. See here, I can select the full column, but I don't want that. I need from this one, Control Shift plus down. It was all select. Let me go to the numbers section in Home tab or Home ribbon and select this more options for formatting these cells. Let me just hit it. It moves me to format cells, numbers. Now, because I know that these are dates, but Excel is showing them like serials like this, I will choose date from this menu, like so. And then I will choose OK. That's it. See, it's all changed back to how it should be. Let me go again. I have this category. I'm choosing date, and here is a sample for the first selected cell. And here are more options for this particular type or category formats. For example, here it is showing the month, then day, then year, separated with these slashes. But maybe I can, I want it to be like this: the day, month, and then the number, the yeah, number of day, and then the year, like this. So I can choose this one and hit OK. See, it's all changed. Also, I can get whatever I wish from this list. All this list is related to this location, which is English United States. Maybe I can choose another area or another location to get me the most popular format for this particular category. For example, if I choose United Kingdom, for example, in UK, um, they choose day, then month, then year. So if I choose something like this, you will see it is 14th, then the month, the third month, then the year. So you have um, full ability to choose whatever you wish. Also, I can customize this by using custom in here. In custom, I can see some symbols referring to month, which is M, D for day, Y is for year. And we can see here one single M and one single D, but here I have 4-letter Y because this single M refers to single character here. So as long as the number of the month is less than 10, so it is until 9, I don't need a preceding 0 or a 0 in front of the number, but if it is 10th or more, so I have to see both numbers. I can see 1 then 0. Like for example for the 17th here, this is only 1D. For the day it is only one character, but here I can see two characters, 1 and 7. Why? Because it is 10 or more than 9. It is 2 digits, so it must show the second digit. But if I need to enforce 03, I need to come in here and add another M like this. So double M's, it shows 0 preceding 0 before the numbers less than 10 for the month, for example, or for the day. I can double this D, 2 D's like this. So it will show me 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, and so on, regardless of the number is less than 9 or greater than 9, less than or equal 9 or greater than 9. So this is how to change from 1 digit to 2 digits. So how can I show Sat or Saturday, Friday, or or March, and so on? How can I indicate that I don't want the number of the day or the number of the month, but instead I need the name of the day or the name of the month, either in short or full name? In this case, I need to add a third or a fourth character. So if it is 3 M's, that means I need the month in short. So March, it will be only 3 letters, MAR. And if I hit another M for 4 M's, that means I want the month in full text. So it is March, not short as MAR. Same comes for the day. Instead of double D's, I can make them 3 for short name for the day. So it is Sat, or 4 D's for Saturday. I hope this is clear. Okay. Okay. Let's choose a decent short type for the date and we'll choose OK. Here it is. Let's do the same for the next column. Instead, this is not a date. These are values. These are amounts. So I will choose Control Shift and will hit multiple down, 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 down until I reach the last or latest one in the column like this. Here it is. At the end, I reached the very bottom of the Excel sheet, which is over 1 million row. So I have chosen Control Shift plus up key to reach the first one it can seize here, which is in the 18,000 row. Okay. Now I have chosen this full data range like so, but these numbers doesn't look nice at all, so I need them to look little nicer. So I will go to numbers, hit it again, will come from here and try to choose a better format for these numbers. I can choose, for example, a number, so it's just a number with decimal places. This one is a single decimal place, so it is 0.5. I can choose to be two decimal places or three or four. I can increase it or decrease it like this. So here is the sample. So 2462.5, it should be 2462.50. Why? Because I have chosen two decimal places here. Also, this number is not a decent looking number because it needs a thousand separator. So I can use it from here like so. Now I can see a comma after each thousand. So this number should look like this: 2 comma 462.50. And these list items in this list shows me how to choose the look for the negative numbers. If these numbers contains a negative, how they should look like. Maybe I want them to look in to appear in red with parentheses like this, maybe in black with the same parenthesis which indicates the negativity. Maybe I need it to look in red only, that means it is negative, or this is the default which contains the negative sign or this dash in front of the number to indicate that this number is negative. So you can choose whatever you wish from this list. I will leave it like this. I have it looks nice, and we'll hit OK. See, I believe it looks a little better. So a number like this, big number, I will do undo. And of course, undo, the shortcut for undo is Control Z, same as what appears here in this small hint. I will do an undo. See this number? It looks actually very bad. You cannot distinguish the thousand from the units, but after applying this format, it should look better. I can redo, which is the opposite of undo. That means what I have undone, I can redo it again by choosing this arrow, or the shortcut appears on the screen right now. It is Control and Y, if I can choose it. So it will do what I have undone right now. Okay, let's choose another format, which is currency. Currency is nothing but adding a currency code in front of this number. Let's come in here and see how it looks. So it is having the dollar sign in front of the number. I can choose the symbol from here. I can choose decimal places from here. I can choose the negativity or the negative numbers, how to look like from here. Same as before, only I can choose here the symbol for the currency. I can come in here and choose whatever currency I like. Then I will hit OK. So this is how it look now. Actually, the numbers, this is how it look like, but the dollar sign is not included in the value itself. So the value is 17,000 and so and so, but the dollar sign just appears here. It is not a part of the cell content itself. How can I make sure for that? Let's see here the number itself in the formula bar. It is plain number as it is, with no dollar sign or with no currency sign. Okay, here I have chosen, or we have seen how to choose date, and time of course is exactly the same. We have seen the numbers and currencies. Okay, uh, there are a couple of things also, like for example the text, which is nothing but converting this number into a text. For example, if I have um, number for the street or the building or so it is not a number actually, because there is a rule you can use to distinguish between numbers and non-numbers. This rule says if you cannot do a calculation or arithmetic calculation on this figure, so it is not a number actually, it is just sign, same as characters or letters. So if I have my building, maybe it is 12, number 12, I cannot add or subtract anything from this number to get something else. If my phone number is 123, I cannot add or subtract something from this to get another meaningful data or information. So in this case, phone number or building number or so, it is not a number at all. It is just a text. So in this case, I'm considering this number is a code for something. It's not a value. So if I choose text, it will consider it as text. So it will be automatically aligned to left, because text is by default aligned to left. However, numbers are by default aligned to right, because originally before computers and calculators, we were using our mind to do the calculation. So if we are adding these numbers up, we have to add the first digit and then the second digit and then the third digit and so on. So numbers by default are aligned to right. By the way, if I just highlight some cells like this, and I need to know how much these cells are worthing, so I can look at the very bottom here. I don't know if it appears or not. I can look to the very bottom of the Excel sheet itself. In the footer, I can see some statistics, like summation of these values, the count of them, the average amount of them, and so on. Also, I can right click and add or remove any option like this. I can see here average is ticked, it has check mark, count, it has check mark, sum, it has check mark. I can add or remove any of them. So I can, for example, add maximum and minimum. So in here I can see the summation, the count, the average, same as before. And now I can see minimum and maximum. So the minimum is like this and maximum is like that. Okay, type. Let's come again to the number stored as text like this and go for numbers and remove it from text into currency again. Okay. Also, we have seen the custom, which gives us some symbols that ask Excel or direct Excel to act in this way. So we can choose whatever format from any category of the previous categories and come for the custom section to see how Excel expect to see this coding for uh, for changing the format. Okay, so in this case I can see dollar sign, this is for the currency, and hash for any number or no number, comma, hash for any number or no number, zero, so it must be one number, 0.00, so these zeros are must happen, but these hashes are maybe number. Okay, let's hit okay again. Okay. Okay, that's it for the numbers categories. These are the most popular categories. Let's have a quick review for the previous tabs while we are trying to um, reformat this table. We already have formatted these two columns, except for the header, of course. This one is converted into date, and this one is converted into a currency like this. Let's um, let's get some colors for the headers and try to make it look a little decent. I will choose the first one and will hit Control Shift plus right arrow to reach to the end or the last cell in this direction, which is right direction. Then I will try to give it some colors. Okay, let's go here. Try to choose a color for the text. Let's have, for example, a dark blue or a blue like this, maybe a little darker, something like this, maybe. Okay, let's have it bold. Okay, let's go for alignment. Choose center, and from vertical, I'll choose center as well, which is middle. Okay, and we'll hit OK. See, this one is center, this one is middle. Okay, the vertical alignment is middle. Okay, now I will highlight them all and will try to uh, make them resize by double clicking on this line, not just clicking and dragging, but double click. Now it have taken the best width available depending on the data inside it. I will choose the header again, Control Shift plus right. Now I need to go to borders, apply this thin border for inside and thick border for outside. See, now it gets me this sample or this example for two cells beside each other. There is no cells above each other because I'm selecting only one row. So I will hit OK. This is how it looks like, and I will come to the end here Control Shift plus down, right, 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 right. It should be now. Okay. Another couple of shift and only shift because these are empty cells. So I have taken another two good right arrows because the first row is empty. So if I choose Control Shift, let's see it again. Control Shift plus right arrow, it will get to the end of the sheet like this. And the reason why, because Excel detects from the cell that you are choosing if there is another value here or not to stop at this value. So when it sees that there is no value in here, it will seek to the end of the Excel sheet or till it finds another value. So because there is another no another value in the very top row which is selected, which is row number 2, so it will hit the end of the cell. So I cannot use control in this case. I have to select them one by one by using only shift. Let me rectify this. I will use control shift and left key to come back to the latest data, which is here, this K2. Control shift left key. See, it ignored the column L. Why? Because there is no data in L2. It is counting on the row number 2 and column number 1, the A column. Why? Because this is our start point. I'm selecting from here and using Control Shift and arrow keys, either in the down direction or right direction. So it counts or takes in consideration this cell. So the A column and 2 row. Okay, the second row. So in second row, there is no data in column L, so it is considering that the last active column is K because there is nothing in here. So in this case, if I need to highlight a couple of columns again, so I need to choose only shift with no control and right, right, right to choose the last few columns like so. Now I have selected all the area for the data that I have. I need to reapply some borders again. I can choose whatever any one of them, and then I can go for borders, and I will choose this dotted line and will hit only horizontal line. Okay, so as you can see, only horizontal lines with this dotted line is appearing right now. Let's have some colors. I will go to fill. We'll get any color you desire, or maybe I can go for effect, choose whatever I need like this and hit OK. It looks nice. Maybe I can increase the height of the cell like this. Okay. Some columns like status, for example, the header is bigger than the content. Status has only one character, represent one status at a time, but the word status contains more than one letter, so the column width is depending on the largest word, which is the word status itself. In this case, maybe I need to shrink this one a little bit maybe I need to shrink this one a little bit, maybe I need to shrink this one a little bit for the same reason. Okay, these data is very big and maybe not helpful enough, so I need to uh, to shrink these columns a little bit. So let's see how can I do something like this. I will select these two columns, go for any one of them, and then go for alignment, then shrink to fit. I will use shrink to fit. Shrink to fit will mean all the data inside these cells will shrink to fit the width for these cells. I will hit OK, then I will reduce the width here and here to see the data inside it gets little shorter or little smaller depending on the width of the column. Same I will do in here, or maybe for the headers I can enlarge it a little bit and choose um, um, a direction for the data inside. So I can choose it from here, or I can come in here and set the orientation to vertical orientation like this. So status comes like so. If I double click it, I will get the best width for the column with status aligned or oriented vertically like so. Okay, that's it guys for today's session. Next session, inshallah, we will be talking about the most interesting part in Excel, which is formulas and functions. We will discuss in this section how to let Excel do the hard work for you. I hope you enjoyed this session and waiting for you next session, inshallah.